All right, so good evening, everybody. Happy Memorial Day weekend. If you're celebrating that, let's all not forget the true meaning of Memorial Day weekend. We're so blessed to live where we do and to have the freedoms that we do, and some gave like the ultimate sacrifice for this, y'all. And I know a lot of people, a lot of veterans and people currently in the military don't want to hear it, but thank y'all for your service too. I know you've got your own days to celebrate some stuff as well there. So yes, as y'all can see, we're inside. It's been a busy weekend. Still got tomorrow to go. So we're going to hang out with y'all for a little while. We didn't want to cancel this. I don't know that we're going to have a super long live stream tonight. We got quite a few things going on as well, but we at least want to hang out with y'all for a while. And I totally expect a lot of y'all are entertaining or off doing something. Yep. Mr. Jimmy says he's grilling. He's back and forth. So I'm not expecting a big turnout tonight as well. Also, you see that we're upstairs. Y'all. First of all, we got piles of leftover food from all the grilling out and cooking and stuff yesterday. Tiffany did some more cooking. We are loaded up on good eating food, but the yellow flies are now
full bloom.
Yeah, you just can't handle it. So we just went outside, and Ruger literally got covered up in probably 20 of them in just a few seconds right by the door. It's miserable.
Pretty sure I let a few of them in.
Yeah. So I had to close myself up in my shop today. I've been working all day long servicing stuff because some thunderstorms come up, but did not rain. Still in a drought. And they were eating me alive in the shop because I trapped some in there with me. And I couldn't kill them while I was working on everything. So this may be the case for a while. And I hate to start the live stream off on a little somber note, but we're not going to have a live stream next weekend.
Yes.
So just to let y'all know.
Live stream next weekend.
Yep. Family comes first, even though y'all are family. We've got some family stuff going on. So let me go ahead and let y'all know over the next few months, there's probably going to be several live stream cancellations. It's just the way it is. We've got birthdays. We've got graduations. We've got weddings.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. We've got so much stuff going on. So we've got to go spend some time with her family, with my family, and, take care of we need to be where we should be. So obviously we love being with y'all on live stream as well, but there's going to be some cancellations, and I apologize for that, but it's just what the world's throwing at us right now. So no live stream next weekend. We're getting that out there. We are going to do a members only live stream this week. We always do one toward the end of the month. What day sounds good to you?
Well, I guess it's just according to what you got going on this week. I don't know.
Like always. Do like
we can't do Thursday.
Okay.
I'll be out of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wednesday night.
All right, we're going to do Wednesday night. Members on live stream. I know it's hard for y'all to make it sometimes because it's the middle of a work week, school week. We totally get it. But there's always several people that jump on, and we'll discuss some other stuff and just kind of hang out with y'all. So we'll pop one up Wednesday night at 7 p.m. if you can make it.
Sounds good.
We'd love to see that you're there. We really would. All right, so let's go on. There's a ton of comments already. I'm just going to have to kind of jump around and grab some. I'm going to go back before the live stream even started. And everybody's going to want to update on Hammer, and I see we got one. He said, just want to let you know, say hello to the folks. This was about, it's over an hour ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm doing a lot better. I'm in a therapy facility and making progress. Miss you all. So I have no idea.
He's still on. Well, he just put something a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to pop in and say hello. Well, we're so glad you're here to tell us how you're doing. We hope that they're working on getting you better so that you can get home, and we've been praying for you.
Yes. So happy to hear that.
Yes.
Dino, quite a while ago, want to know about them chickens, so you go ahead and update him.
Chickens are doing good. They're happy as can be.
Yeah.
Still got two that's broody. One did finally, the one that went broody and laid on eggs. No, she was the last one to be broody. She finally broke her broodiness.
Well,
so
we're almost reaching the point now. If you want to do some collecting again, we can let one sit. And about the time babies are hatching, we kick the other babies out.
So we'll work on that soon.
Because
I still got two that are very stubborn about wanting to be broody right now. So
we may just let one sit. It is what it is.
We're not getting many eggs anyway. So
all right. So I see Auburn Aviator said, happy Memorial Day, Kelleys. Headed to the airport to fly out tonight, so won't make the live stream. So hopefully if you watch this back later, we hope you had a nice, safe flight.
Yes.
All right. Let's go down here and cherry pick a few more of these comments. Dino says winter starts next month. Don't call it fall. Just use the 4 seasons. Don't forget, it really is for him. Australia is going in wintertime, and we were burning up over here. We just our area just broke 2 records.
I can pull it out. Let me see what it says.
Was it Saturday and over the last couple of days? We're breaking heat records day after day, which is not good, y'all. I am super nervous about.
It said on May 17th, our area broke a high of 96, breaking the prior record of 95 in 1933.
We just broke a 30
And then
record.
on May the 16th, it set a record of a high of 98, beating the previous record of 95 in 1915.
Yeah, this is a whopping 30 minutes away
Yeah.
from us, so we call it our area right here. Y'all, it has been miserable hot. I'm super nervous about this hurricane season.
No wonder I almost died out there painting the fence this week.
Yeah, Tiffany's been out painting our front fence, so I'm going to include that in an upcoming episode. Yeah, I did capture that when I was pulling out to go do some work at the river property, but our fence is now turning black. We still have to paint the backside, but she's been out there on those 90-something degree days, and oh, you talk about some miserable stuff. And I've been logging in the woods in this junk for some weird reason. The things I do to get y'all content.
So
right.
Mr. Jimmy says, Andrew, check your mic. Tiff's mic sounds a lot better than yours.
That's because we bumped you up last week.
Oh.
Yep. And
yeah, we had to bump me up last weekend.
All right. And now we need to get the other way. All right. I think I just bumped me up.
Let us know how it sounds.
Yeah. Otherwise, I just talk louder. Get my mic back in there. So how does that sound, Mr. Jimmy? Do I still sound too muffled and low? We may have to, I got to go around the backside where the mic's plugged in and actually see what I just did, but I just tried to bump myself up one time. So you go ahead and catch that because I'm so far behind on comments, and they can let me know if they can hear me okay. I can try to put the mic a little higher up on me or just talk louder. Okay, so yeah, it's actually going to be wintertime for them because he's on the other side of the planet. That's crazy. We're going into record highs and they're going in wintertime. I'm already ready for winter to come back. So ready. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. All right, Andrew and Sankey jumped on. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hopefully y'all are doing well.
Yes, and I was just reading right before the live stream started. It's Andrew's birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, there it is right there.
Yep.
All right. Celebrating my 40th birthday.
How about that?
Just
Well, happy
celebrated mine
birthday.
a little over a year ago, but
welcome to the 40s. Huh?
Yeah. Sharon says I kind of remember the 40s once. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me go on down here and catch a few more. So, Mr. Jimmy, what is this? YouTube, the Kelleys reviews. He's apparently sharing one of our Kelly review videos. Not sure which one it is, but it might have been something we already talked about right there.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. All right. Let's go down and catch a couple more comments. Yes, I read that one already. And yeah, everybody wants to know, what are you cooking, Jimmy? Since we're not cooking, sorry about that.
Tell us what you're cooking tonight.
Cooking? He says deer burgers, dogs, of course, chicken, and a couple steaks.
Wow, you're just covering it all, aren't you?
He got a smorgasbord, but there it is. He says he's got 22 or 23
all
people
right.
there. So you're having to cover the, like she said, the smorgasbord for everybody. And Andrew, yeah, we're not cooking tonight, so I think I've done
sorry.
I guess one night we could get a little hot plate up here and roll a hot dog around.
I cooked for a big crowd last night. I cooked Philly steak and cheeses for everybody.
Yeah, for probably about, 30 people?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm cooked out.
Yeah. All right. Are you both sunburned? No. I have got my neon sign on right here for lighting. Here's what we look like with it off. It's so dark up here, which is fine to me. I don't like a lot of light in my office. So y'all can either look at us like that where Tiffany's kind of just phased out, or I can turn this bright neon sign on and bam, you got light. But yeah, we look a little purple and burnt, but actually we should be burnt because we're on the water.
Yeah, we were trying to stay in the shade as much as possible.
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Robert said, all gave some, many gave all. That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Just don't forget how blessed we are. So half pint, did we get rain? No. No, in my yard.
It just, it like spit a little bit, but not even enough to call it even a sprinkle.
There are severe thunderstorms to the north of us, popping lightning. You hear the thunder, lightning and thunder to the south of us. A line come up to the house and went bloop, split and went around us. I was so irritated because I'm now having to drive back and forth to the river property and run sprinklers because the grass is starting to burn up over there. Although we have a yard now, y'all. So I'm going to edit that video, get out a couple days, went over there and did some work. But I had to mow like grass this thick. We have a yard. It looks amazing, the transformation. But the problem is literally the day I mowed it, I start seeing it just wilting. It's just burning up. We have had one good rain in 2 months?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
We're just in a crazy drought. I do not like this at all.
I feel like it always does this right before the blackberries. Remember us watering them last year?
Yeah, they pretty much burn up every year by the time the blackberries put on. This is actually kind of common. So Shane says, I have a half-ton truck, 7,000-pound trailer, and I do not have 40K. I understand. Thoughts on the Chinese mini excavators? I got mixed feelings on them. There seems to be some good brands out there and some brands that you'll get zero support, low quality components. Kimron, he's a guy that tries to upgrade. They're still Chinese excavators, but check out Kimron's channel. He tests a lot of them. He tries to get upgraded pumps and things like that. Back when I was looking at excavators, I was really eyeballing his. And then Sani is probably the premium top of the line Chinese excavator out there. The problem is they're not much cheaper than American made and other made stuff because they come with such long warranties and they're actually built quite well. I really looked at a Sani, but at the end of the day, it was only a few thousand more for me to upgrade to something well known like a Bobcat. So that's what I chose to do. But check out Kimron, Kymron, I believe is the name, and you'll see some for half of what you're saying you don't have right there. Just depends on how big of an excavator you want to go with. And I actually have a friend, Kyle Spicer over at Spicer Designs, who had one of theirs and run it for a while. It's one of those things you're going to get what you pay for, but those seem to be upgraded, and there's actually a dealer here with parts and support. That's the big thing about those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just go buy one at the auction that's got no support. You're kind of stuck with it when it breaks. All right, Mr. Jimmy says they got the projector TV going in the garage, watching the Coca-Cola 600, some race. That is something I just never, ever got into. All right. Greg's says, howdy, y'all. Howdy and welcome. So Crystal says, are we going to make a long bench for your barbecue area? No, Crystal, because I'm not going to do any wood that goes outdoors because it won't be treated. It would rot, it would mold, it would mildew.
Well, we do have kind of a project that we're going to do out there for a table. Yeah, but it's not going to be him making it with the lumber.
That's right. I do have table projects for out there. She's exactly right. Yeah. But as far as using my lumber, it's going to have to be covered and protected. Now, we will make some furniture and custom pieces for indoors or for under roof and things like that, especially for the river house. So we do have a lot of plans to do some stuff like that. All right, there's Cash. I've been looking for you, buddy. Hey, Cash. Hopefully you're doing well. All right, how's the garden doing? Amazing.
Yeah, I should be picking a ton of green beans this week. They're putting on.
They're already,
yeah. I was like, hopefully I can get this fence done before I'm out there for extra long picking all those beans. But they'll be in this week, so I'll be picking them. Yeah, and then we'll be canning them. So we got to set time aside for all that. Yeah, got a lot of work ahead of us with those.
And we're picking, a sack full of squash and zucchini every day. Yes. Corn is coming in like mad.
Corn is looking really good.
Yes, it is. It looks the best looking corn.
Potatoes are almost looking like they might need to be picked soon.
Start picking some potatoes and checking them out. I normally wait for the vines to die, but I'll go ahead and pull a few early and check them out. Potatoes look amazing. So we got tomatoes starting to put on. We got the pepper plants coming in. It's the best looking garden I've had in a long time.
Okra's still, getting there.
Likes the heat of summer, but it's coming. All right, Half Pint says the sawmill's awesome. Yes, y'all been asking about that for years. So
he finally got one.
He said, if you ever need good logs, holler. I may take you up on that, especially if there's a specific type that I'm looking for. But with that said, I've got so many down in the woods. But there may be some times I'm wanting like some big yellow pines or things like that, some just basic pine lumber to slap up an addition on the shed or something like that. So I'll for sure keep it in your mind. Cash says, I'm out in the gym working my butt off. Well, good. Good. That's a change of pace for you. Normally, I'm cooking tri-tip and all this other good eating food that I want. All right. So did anybody ever comment on my mic? Is it okay?
If they did, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Let me scroll back up and see if Mr. Jimmy ever chimed in about that. Because my thing just shot up earlier because we got some memberships down here. Okay. So
I see Mr. John jumped on.
It's better, but not as clear as Tiffany's. Interesting. Okay. Here, you want to switch?
No, yours is turned up way too loud. All right, let me try this again. I just bumped the volume up one more time on mine. I hate to get too loud on y'all. That was probably loud to y'all slapping the magnet on there. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, so Mr. John jumped on, said, just stopped in and say hi. I got to get back out there while there's some light. Totally understand. I have been working all day long and only knocked off.
Just stepped inside,
just to get this thing kicked off and going. Y'all, Dad come over and I serviced his car because I got the lift. And then as soon as he pulled out, I serviced the Ranger. Then I had to go to the property and run the sprinklers. And then I come back and did the biggest service I've ever done on the John Deere tractor at one point in time. Everything was due. I did the oil and filter.
Were you able to get it all done?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did all the air filters. I did the entire hydraulic system, which is a lot to it. All those filters, 12.5 gallons of oil on that. I did both fuel filters. I think I said air filters. I did all kinds of stuff. Cleaned the radiator out. I vacuumed the inside. Like, I spent hours on that John Deere today, but it's been so good to me, and I'm about to work its butt off out there in the pasture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, I got to mow so bad. And then pulling more logs, I got to take care of my baby because I need that. Them new tractors are way too expensive for me. So Mr. Bryan says, help to the Kelleys. I'm assuming you meant hello. He says, took a day trip to St. George Island. Really nice place. Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, and we were just one island over from you at Dog Island just a couple weekends ago. We love it there. Absolutely love it. Mr. Larry says they just hit 100 degrees last week. Ugh, you must be over near Texas or is it Nevada? You're somewhere over there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Or was it Vegas? Maybe it's Vegas.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think so. I think I remember because, like you said, I hope my air conditioner doesn't go out again.
Yeah,
And I think,
that's right. It's hard to keep up with.
We hope not either.
Lives. All right. So Johnny says, exciting to see how the Lord's blessing you two with the plasma table and the new sawmill, and the sky's the limit. Absolutely.
Thank you,
Cindy and Johnny. Absolutely. We are 100% blessed. There's no doubt about that. Somehow I have fell into an opportunity over the years to have fun, but at the same time get some cool stuff and earn income off of it. And it's just been an absolute blessing. Now we got to work hard, and we got to make it happen. Money don't just fall in our laps. That's why we're constantly doing stuff. But yeah, absolutely blessed. Me and Dad was driving over to the river proper today when I was going to turn the sprinklers on, and he was like, would you have thought even 2 years ago you was going to have a river property? I was like, not at all. Absolutely not at all. So it's just crazy how things have went. We had a really good year last year. We did. But sometimes things are good. Sometimes things are bad. We're going to be prepared for it. That's just the way it is. But overall, we certainly cannot complain. And it's thanks to all y'all watching and supporting us and doing all that y'all do. Anybody else see anything about the mic?
I think the last person said it sounds good now.
Okay. Well, I must have got it finally bumped up that time. Cash, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, Cash.
We do not expect this. You don't have to do that. But he said, we didn't say nothing. It says he gifted out 10 memberships to Kelleys Country Life. So those of y'all that just got a membership, whether you want it or not, you got one. It randomly chooses people. That's just the way the system works. And if you want to jump on our live stream Wednesday night, you can. And what we typically do is just give you some behind the scenes look at stuff, and sometimes early access to videos, things like that. And then right behind him, thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Always so kind and generous. Just gifted out 10 more memberships.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Did you say what time we're doing it? Wednesday, 7?
Yeah.
You told everybody?
Yeah,
okay.
That'll give most people time to get home from work. I know some of y'all are still out in the Midwest or on the West Coast, and 7 is still not, you got off of work time, but it's just kind of the way it is. Middle of a work week for us as well. Okay. Half Pint says, my daughter says it's cold in Japan. Well, I almost wish I was in Japan right now, but I don't have my tractor, my mini excavator, and my sawmill over there, so I'd rather stay here and deal with the heat and bugs. So Cash says, I'm new here, as he just got recognized for being a member for 26 months. That does not seem right.
Yeah.
Have we really had memberships going that long? I thought it's been like 13 months.
No, it's been that long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Lance, thank you so much. Just gifted out
Thank
5
you,
memberships
Lance.
as well. Thank y'all.
We're going to have a lot of people on this members only.
Maybe if they want to get
if
on
they
that,
come,
if they may not want to. All right. Andrew and Sankey said we had our big taco bar today with beef and chicken. We love taco bars.
That sounds good.
Or fajita bars.
We always like tacos or Mexican food.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can eat it all the time. All right. Brad says, hope y'all had a awesome weekend. We just got in from Wild Adventures where it was hot and wet.
I bet it was packed too.
Probably. First thing I thought of is you were out there running around that place in that heat, but then I think some of those thunderstorms went through that Austin area today too that went north of us.
Yeah.
So that might be why it was a bit wet. That or all the misting fans and stuff they run around.
Yeah, that
there.
is the good thing. They have all those misting fans. You get one like every, 100 feet.
I just spilled water all over me.
Uh-oh.
That's the thing I hate about tumblers. Sometimes
that's why I do a straw.
I know I get to talking to y'all and I'll be done spun it around.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, my opening's on the wrong side. All right, let's see what else we got here. Jonathan says you need to hire a farmhand. Seems like a lot at this point. I've got my farmhand right here. It is
Yes,
a lot.
I am the farm hand. Yes.
Yeah, she's definitely helping take a lot off my plate.
Yeah.
It's still, oh my goodness, it's so busy to do what we do, but it's mainly because of the social media side. Like if we just had the property and animals and no social media, we could certainly do it. Obviously, we'd be working a full-time job too, like we used to do. So we know that side of it as well. I'll be honest with you, if it ever gets to the point, I'm not going to never say never, but if it ever gets to the point that I just can't manage this and have to hire a editor and have to hire a cameraman or a farmhand, like I'll feel like that's maybe getting too big at that point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think I'd want to scale it back. Like I'm
absolutely.
not. There's a certain point to where growth or money or whatever you want to call it, that's not necessarily what I'm after. I want to have fun doing what I'm doing, and I love the freedom of just being able to change my plans at a moment's notice, do something different. And if there's somebody here that's here for a certain job or certain recording, certain work, I'm going to feel pressure to have to move forward with that. And I don't like that pressure.
I think that's why I always ask you, like I'll usually ask you in the evening, so what's your plan tomorrow?
It could change.
Because then in the morning I ask again, so what was your plan again today? Because it does change.
Sometimes it's the weather. Sometimes a part didn't show up or this,
or
that,
you just
and
get like a wild hair and you're like, I'm ready to go do this now.
Yeah. Honey says, wow, y'all have had less rain than us. I'm telling you, one good rain in like 2 months. It is. Oh gosh, just taking that ride on that dirt road today, it was just powder keg. And now the grass is drying and starting to burn up. It's like, ugh. The good news is most of this week, every day, 30 to 50%. So we're going to get lucky one of these days. I certainly hope. We've got to. Probably be tomorrow since we decided to take tomorrow off and not work. But if it rains, I'll just go in the shop and work. How about that? All right, scroll on down here since I am so far behind. Hammer says he's probably already gone by now. I'm so far behind, but going to say bye.
I was glad he was able to make it.
Yes. Hopefully you got a good week ahead of you. Okay. This is a popular question here lately. So would a solar kiln work good in your area? I'd imagine it would. Now we have high humidity, but we get lots of sun. So you're just going to have to vent it out properly. But a solar kiln has actually been on, I got a to-do or to-build list that I run on my phone that literally probably now has over 50 projects on it. And a solar kiln has actually been on my project list for a year and a half now, but it's such a gigantic project. I do want to do that, but there's a certain point too to where it's starting to get a bit too many sheds and stuff around here and it's starting to look a bit ridiculous.
Yes.
So that's something I would really like to dry, like some specialty, even firewood, cooking wood, some slabs, some things like that. And it would be a designated place to put some of this wood because I'm not just going to stack it all up under my barn, jump my barn up even more than it already is and trip over all this stuff. So we're going to have to be very careful with how much we mill, what we mill. And it needs to be some stuff that's going to be usable pretty quick. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've already got some builds in mind for some of this lumber, like some shed additions and things like that. And we're going to use green lumber. A lot of people, say you can't build with green lumber. And then you go on the milling forums and people are building with it all the time. It's like you just don't want to build a house or a tight structure to where if it dries, there's any warping. But doing a lean-to off a building or some stuff like that, it seems to be perfectly fine. You got to understand there may be some twists and other stuff down the road, but for, a little shed addition. So we're going to do some of that as well. But I'm going to be very careful about not having too much lumber laying around. Yeah. Y'all hold me to that. Oh boy. Yes, Larry, correct. Sounds like pickle time on the green beans.
Yes.
Yeah.
We go ahead. We need to eat up the rest that we have out there.
Man, but one or two cans, I don't think. So we're good. All right. Rusty says, howdy y'all. I'm loving the new Sawmill. A lot of people are.
Yes, everybody seemed really excited about that when I read through the comments.
Yes. So Jimmy says, I feel like Andrew's mic's off and he's coming through tips. I think it got better, but I don't know. We may have hers up way, way too much. All right. Yeah. I'm finally making it to the sounds better comments. Man, Cash went from 318 down to 268.
Wow.
It's melting off of you, isn't it?
Dang. Good job.
Yeah. He says, I want to get to 220 to 225. Sounds like you're well on your way, sir. Oh, whoa. That was in 6 weeks you did that? Man. That sounds
do it the healthy way.
Yeah.
Don't try to go too fast, too much too fast.
Look at us talking to people like that when we just did the carnivore and people were like, that's so unsafe. Don't do that. All right. Big Wave says, late here, but rain was so close today. Tell me about it. So close, but too far. He said it is dry over in Brentford too. Yes.
Yeah.
So people talk about the plasma cutter now. Yeah, I've been so busy. I still haven't taught myself the CAD software yet.
I know you've been eager to get out there, and
I want to run that thing so bad, and I've got so many projects in mind. Some of this week I am going to do some of that, and with all these 30 to 50% rain days, that's a good time to get out there and learn the software, cut some stuff out in the shop. Yeah, there he is. He says, no more sweet tea, no fast food, homemade everything, gym and hiking.
there you go.
That'll do it.
There you go.
Cutting sugars and carbs out. That alone.
Gosh, I miss sweet tea.
Yeah, I know.
Miss it.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. My goodness, y'all being so
Thank you,
kind
Adam.
and generous tonight. We appreciate you. All right. Yeah, half pint's getting on to it. What do you mean, no sweet tea?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see here. I don't think I recognize your name. Sticker Hog says, hey, finally getting the chance to see one of your lives. Well, I saw your video of the plasma table, and, well, it happened. I told the wife you made me do it. Uh-oh. Did I get you in trouble? Did you wind up buying a plasma table because of my video? Sorry about that. You're not the first person to tell me that over the years, because we do show a lot.
Well, Andrew watches other people, and that's why he buys stuff too. So,
yeah, I mean, what goes around comes around. It's just the way it is. So hopefully you're not in trouble too much, and I hope you have a blast with your plasma table. I am looking forward to running mine and making some really cool stuff.
All right, so somebody else just said that they think Mr. Jimmy might be right, that your mic might not be on. So you just go ahead and you wear this one since you're doing the talking.
Let's see if I'm muted.
Am I? Wait, look, mine's not on. Is it?
Yeah. Oh. Hang on. Let me go around the back side to where the main receiver unit is and see what's going on here. They don't look muted.
Maybe it sounded that way because mine was turned up.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. No, neither of them's muted. I might bump yours down.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right. You want to play a game? You want to play a game? All right. Okay, you be quiet.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me talking to my mic? Just say yes if you can.
That's better.
Can you hear me talking to Tiffany's mic? So is hers working?
Oh. Yes. Okay.
Right. Sounds like they're working.
Sorry, y'all.
I don't know. I did have hers bumped up because she was so quiet on the porch last weekend.
The last time we did live stream, yeah.
Yep. So everybody told me to bump hers up. Maybe I just had hers too loud.
Right.
But neither of them's muted. Hopefully they're good. I do have another set of mics. This is not my normal set, but typically these work just fine. Everybody still see? Okay.
I think it just has to do with you having mine up too high last week, or really high from last weekend.
Maybe so. Maybe so. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. Jonathan said it's 60 degrees up near Philly. We just broke 80. We're at 79.3, but here's the
60
kicker.
Sounds wonderful.
85% humidity. Oh,
yeah.
This humidity. Okay. Huh? Oh, you talking to somebody else. Too many Andrews in here. Too many Sharons. I can't keep up with everybody. Okay. I know, Julie. Everybody can't get over how quick our garden is. I even had one person call me out in a post last week, and if you're on here, I'm just joking. But they're like, I don't think that photo you posted of your garden, is that from last year? Is that a different photo? I was like,
yeah, last year's didn't look like that.
I was like, oh, first of all, I ain't gonna lie about my garden. Now, come on. So I was like, nope, it was literally that good. It just exploded. But Tiffany's having to water that joker every day. I wish we could get some rain, give you a break. Yes. But I appreciate you doing it. That lets me focus on editing and all this other stuff. We'll get an irrigation
system next year.
So yeah, that's crazy. We're already picking, and y'all are just getting ready to plant and stuff. Oh, how the seasons are different everywhere. Okay. Troy says, you and your wife always have good content and maybe shows other people a good work ethic. Have a blessed week. Thank you, Troy.
Thank you, Troy.
We appreciate it. We always try to keep it educational, a little fun, a little light. no doom and gloom stuff, all that stuff. We want you to learn. We want you to get motivated. Absolutely. So Cash says, then Andrew, the subs are climbing up. Remember, at 1 million, you're gonna have to get a Brazilian wax job. I'm sure these new people are wondering.
Yeah, they're like, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know y'all are not gonna let him forget about that.
A promise is a promise.
You might not be saying that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I told him I'm gonna do it. Johnny says, we love how you two work so hard to support each other. Only when the camera's on. You should see us when the camera's off. Talk about a reality TV show.
Whatever.
Oh, she's throwing stuff at me.
No.
I mean, it's just crazy. So
we work really good together. So
what's the biggest snake you've seen on your property? Honestly, we don't get huge snakes here, but just last week, Tiffany comes running inside. I'm up here editing. Snake over by the tree.
I don't get anywhere close to the snake to kind of see what it is. So I'm like, you get out there and you check it out.
We get oak snakes here,
Right.
rat snakes, whatever you want to call them, all the time. So it was a big one of those. I picked it up. I tried to train Ruger on it. Don't mess with it.
He did good
Yeah. Threw it out in the woods, and then
yesterday.
No,
Day before.
I'm coming back home from working over at the river property. I'm trying to pull under the barn out there, and there's another big old oak snake crawling under the barn, going away from the chicken pen. I'm like, boy, this ain't good. Hope they didn't go mess with the chicken or nothing, which the babies are big enough now. I think they're okay. The chicks are getting bigger. So I picked it up, carried it out of the woods, probably the same oak snake. We did just pull into the river property a couple weeks ago, and sure enough, there was a water moccasin laying by the barn.
Pretty beefy one.
Yeah. Well, he was okay. He's no longer with us. I leave snakes alone for the most part. Black racers, oak snakes, stuff like that. But venomous ones, But biggest, honestly, I just haven't really seen a lot of big ones here on the property. Probably like these 5 foot long oak snakes.
Yeah, I
and
think
stuff like that.
One that was underneath the tree like last year or the year before, that was a pretty decent size one.
He was long, but he wasn't big
I could see him from inside.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. So luckily, no big like monster rattlesnakes or big moccasins here. We definitely have them. They just kind of stay in the woods and do their thing. Oh man, old school. Wish we could get some of that rain. Send me some, please. That'd be good. All right. So hello, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
She says,
she's probably on summer break now.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that used to be the best.
Well, we hope you enjoy your summer break if you are.
Yeah. Now go get you a summer job like I had to do.
She's not old for that yet. Well, I don't know. I started pretty young working.
All right. Okay, now I'm just getting down to more mic comments. That's how far behind I am. But if you don't see any, I think.
Yeah, we're good. Everybody says we're good now.
Okay. All right. Good deal. And then everybody else, like Wayne, bragging about their rain they're getting. Must be nice, people. This is really weird for us. Normally, we're in a pretty wet area, so it is what it is. All right. Still going through all the mic comments. Bear with me. All right. So thank you, Larry. Says you're up to 187,000 subs now. Yes, it's been a heck of a ride and a heck of a journey. That's for sure.
Such a blessing.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Oh, Crystal, you must be on the keto. 20 carbs a day is extremely low. You're for sure going to see some benefit to that. I used to try to do 30 carbs a day whenever we tried keto for a little bit. So you're really getting down low.
Yes.
So eating meat, veggies, cheese, nuts. I already like that kind of stuff.
We've been doing terrible lately. We need to do.
Yeah, we have. I'm definitely up some weight, which this camera kind of adds a few pounds to do. So that's the lie I'm going to tell y'all. But I'm up a few pounds. That's for sure.
Yeah, we got to do better. All these cookouts.
Yeah, there has been a lot of grilling and cooking and a lot of holidays. Okay. All right. I see about 500. We can hear you just fine. All right. Good.
Ooh, my allergies are getting me right now.
All right. We'll see you, Cash. I'm scrolling through comments, y'all. I'm still on a bunch of microphone comments. I'm going down. So Janet just says, just joined the live from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. It's been a chilly Memorial Day weekend. Oh, rub it in, Janet. It's been, we've been having, you didn't hear before you jumped on, we've been breaking record highs here. Just had a 96 and a 98 degree day.
This summer.
She says, has it gotten above 6 degrees all weekend? Well, we're jealous down here. If I could send you some heat, I would.
See, I want it warm enough that I can swim, but not too warm.
And what is that? 80, 85.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's too
yeah.
warm for me. I can't go out in boots and jeans and run a chainsaw and feel comfortable with that. I wanted about 76, if we can just guess and say what we want here. Adam, thank you so much. She
Thank
said
you,
Tiffany
Adam.
beats him. Should have seen his black eye last week. That's exactly right. Exactly right. I'm glad you got my back here.
I do not.
So let's see here. Crystal, thank you so much. Always bringing it up. Y'all, we got an opportunity. We got a chance. We don't bring it up, but if y'all do, we talk about it. So for the people that's been using our Amazon link, I'll post it, but it's in the description of every video. We got 6 more days.
Yeah.
We are on track. We're probably a little behind, but we're on track. We potentially may hit an Amazon bonus this month. People don't know about it. This link I'm posting right here in the chat, or one that's in every video we post, every live stream. Just check the video description. If you use the search bar and order whatever it is you're shopping for that day, Amazon tallies that up. We don't get to see your personal information, nothing like that. And if we hit a certain goal, they actually send us a thank you bonus for sending people to them. It's an awesome program. It's a huge part of how we are able to do this for a living. In all reality, the ad revenue off the content is not enough to support what we do. It is absolutely not. That's 100%. By the time you pay taxes and do all your stuff on that, it's extremely low income, a lot less than I used to make, say, at the mill, like less than half, for example. So it takes all these other things to make this an absolute reality, and then continue to buy and invest in things and grow the channel. And y'all know what all it takes. It takes a heck of a lot of stuff. So thank you to everybody that's using that link.
Yes,
if
thank
you
you
wouldn't
so
mind
much.
using it this week, if you're shopping, we've got until the 31st when they cut us off for the end of this month, and then it starts over again next month. And we are so close, only a few $1,000s away, and we may actually hit that bonus, which would be good. It'd be a blessing.
Yes.
Thank you, Crystal, for bringing it up. We won't talk about it no more. I appreciate you doing that. All right. So yeah, that's Half Pint said the nope ropes. That's the old snakes right there. He said they get to pew pew. I'll leave the non-venomous ones alone because I know they're going to eat the mice and all the other stuff. All right. So apparently Zoe is not on break until the 5th of June.
Gosh. Wow, that seems really late, but you know, different areas, different states do it different.
Yeah,
so
they said she's too young for a summer job. Oh no, I don't hear that excuse. I was pitching watermelons at 3 years old. I was
3.
I might be lying here just a little. I was mowing yards at 5.
Your dad did work you pretty hard out in the yard, though. But
yeah. Well, you can have a summer job at home. How about that? Right. And I'm totally kidding. Enjoy your summer. Yeah, do it. Now, if you get a little older, want to make some money. I
was 12 when I had my first job. Or wait, was I 12 or 11?
If I'm being honest, I was around 12 or 13 when I started going and working.
I was working in chicken houses.
Now I started working in tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh boy, those were the days.
Cleaning houses and working chicken houses. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's cleaning 2 kinds of houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I totally get it. We're lying. If you're nowhere near our age, and I know you're not, just enjoy your summers. Don't worry. There'll be plenty of work for you the rest of your life. Oh. All right. So ALT or Alt says, hello, Kelleys from Northern New Hampshire. How do you like your EcoFlow Delta Pros? I'm planning on buying 2 of them for the house and back up for an RV. Speaking of, we did run our RV on one of them. I'll be editing that video and putting it out in June. And I also use their smart generator with it because I didn't quite have enough solar to make it run. But the new Delta Pro 3s is what I would recommend because they can do 240 volts. Of course, they got killer cells on the older Delta Pros. There's no doubt about that. So
real quick, sorry.
What, the puppies?
I wanted to make sure that bullet was still inside.
I certainly hope so.
Well, we rushed in right before the live stream. And the dogs were out there, but I was like, did I let Bullet in? So
I absolutely recommend it. Now, if you don't need serum, so my question would be, why are you going to buy 2? Now, if it's the older Delta Pros, I understand why you're going to buy 2 to get 240 volts. If you're going to get the new Delta Pro 3, which is the one I recommend, it's already got 240 volts in it. You could still add 2 together if you want to run higher demand items. But for a house backup, for an RV, a single one of those units is good. And then you could just get batteries, which are even cheaper, and build your system out that way. But if you have any questions on any of that stuff, send me an email. I literally get like solar and equipment, all kinds of questions, tractor stuff, wood splitters. I get those all week long. So I don't mind reaching out to you and trying to help you there.
Maybe he's saying 2 because he's saying 1 for the house and then 1 for the RV.
Well, I figured you might want to just carry it back and forth. But maybe that is why you're getting two. Maybe I've read it wrong there. But regardless, if you have specific questions about them, what all you plan on running, reach out to me. My email's down in the description. Give me a couple of days. Sometimes I do get behind, but I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. I do that for people all the time. All right. Old School says you should try cutting up ribeye and putting it in the air fryer with mushrooms and cheese. Sounds good to me. Almost like a smothered steak.
Yeah, I used to do steak bites like that. I would cut up the steak and do the onions and mushrooms in there, and then sometimes we put the cheese over it. It was really good in the air fryer.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
All righty. Raining in North Georgia. Somebody else rubbing it in our face. Thanks, Bill. Send me some of that rain. I need it so bad. Well, I'm happy you're getting some rain. We could sure use some. Oh, it has been crazy, crazy dry here. So Justin just jumped on. Hello, Justin. And Adam, my goodness, you're on a roll tonight. Appreciate you, buddy. I bought a couple of head shavers off your link. Speaking of, I need to get back to shaving my head. Appreciate you, Adam. Thank you so much. What else we got going on here? Nose trimmers, Adam. Nose trimmers, what Jimmy says. I've been using my nose trimmer, thank you. Even though it was a joke, I now use it. Kim says, I have stuff in my Amazon list. Boy, do I. I keep a running list.
Yeah. If I have to get on and order something, I have to move all his stuff out of the cart.
Oh, no, man.
I know you have to do that for me, too. I know.
Every time I got a rush on there, like I'm in the shop, I need a new oil filter for the tractor, something real quick, a tool broke. I'm just like, let me get on here and order it, and there'll be 5 to 7 things she's got in there. I'm like, do you want?
I'm still thinking about.
I'm like, do you want this stuff now? I don't know. We'll get it out the cart, put it in a wish list. I got to check out real quick. I need this thing on the way tomorrow. Hey, goodness. All right. Andrew, please give Connie my email. I will, now that I have your permission. If Miss Connie wants to email me, I will send it over. No problem. Sure. Actually, I'll just post it right here in the comment section.
She's like, no.
And then the people can start emailing you about your extended car warranty and all this other kind of stuff right there.
Goodness.
All right, there's Mr. Gray. Sorry if you're already gone. I'm behind. He says, just popped in to say, hey to y'all. Got to get back to work with all the wedding guests. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you got a lot going on. Well, good to hear from you, sir. Absolutely good to hear from you. Enjoy your family. So, okay, that's not a question for me. Andrew, solar consulting business, side hustle. Tell me about it. I would say I don't get paid, but actually I do. And I'm upfront with honest with everybody. If they use, like, if we discuss something and I happen to have an affiliate link for them, I always tell them, hey, I might earn a small commission right here. Here's the link if you want to order what we've been talking about. If you do, great. If you don't, no big deal. But yes, I guess I do have a side consulting business. I answer a ton of questions. Like I did several tractor questions today. Pool questions have been coming in like mad the last few days because everybody's starting to put pools in as things heat up. So I talk about any and everything. Okay. Tripping says, good afternoon. Just got home. Been miserable hot here in Panama City. That's about all we've been talking about this whole live stream. It is so miserable hot. And we're just getting started. Oh, great. Everybody's rubbing this rain in. 3 to 5 inches here in West Tennessee. Must be nice. We haven't had 3 to 5 inches of rain in probably the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, 2.5 because we did have one big rain event. Yeah, and not too far from us, Paradise Found Farms, they did get 0.15 inches. You got better than me. I got 0.15 drops.
Right.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Justin, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin.
See, the FYI on the Amazon app, you can just hit the check mark to check out a single. Singlet or a few items.
True.
And see, I don't use the app. I'm still stubborn, but you use the app, so do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
I don't want to accidentally order one of your tools in there and then.
Yeah, don't do that. Because sometimes I'll put things in there totally dreaming or find something else, and I do not need it on the way at all. Oh, goodness. And, of course, Crystal's rubbing in the 57 degrees that she has up there right now. Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. Well, I did say at the beginning of this, we got a lot going on with it being a holiday weekend. I said we're probably not going to run the full hour tonight. We've been yakking 45 minutes. I know y'all got a lot going on. Everybody's grilling and hanging out. We got stuff that we're going to be doing tomorrow. I know y'all will be as well, so y'all stay nice and safe. We're going to go start getting some stuff ready. I really need to just settle down and relax for the day. But
you do. You've hit the ground running today.
I've got a few more things I need to knock out before the night's over with. We appreciate y'all so much, and we hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend. Please, again, if you're celebrating Memorial Day weekend, do not forget what it truly means. The fact that we have the freedoms that we do for people that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Oh man, we just can't pay those people back, but we can at least honor them and respect what it means right here. So we love and appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for spending your Memorial Day weekend with us. Do not forget, I'm sorry, I know some more people just jumped on. No live stream next weekend.
Yep.
So
members only on Wednesdays.
That's right, at 7. No live stream next weekend. And over the next several weeks to a couple months, we are going to have to cancel several live streams. We've got, y'all didn't hear it earlier, we got birthdays, we got graduations, we got weddings. We got some other stuff too. We got a lot of family stuff going on. So obviously we're going to go spend the time with family, but we're going to spend it with y'all as well as we can. So good night. God bless.
Good night.
We'll catch you later.
Have a blessed week.
Yes. Y'all take care.